Good morning, this is Burnrate and welcome back to Democracy 3, the game that makes you give opinions. So, we are Canada, we are doing pretty good. We are fighting the obesity epidemic due to abundance of junk food at cheap prices. I think there is a junk food tax, actually. So, we can go take a look at that. But it's coming down. We have a space program, which is really cool, and we also have a high productivity and a technological advantage, which is very nice. So things are going pretty well. Let me take a look at the junk food tax. I believe exists. A car tax might be good. Make quite a bit of money from it. So this actually could hurt people poor and people in rural communities where cars are a necessity. That's true. It would be nice if you could make it in a way that would not impact them, but this is much more of a blanket decision game. So, internet tax, no thank you. Mansion tax, junk food tax, that's what I would look for. So we have health tax credits. An enterprise investment scheme is actually, I think I was looking at it a while ago, but we can definitely afford it now. So we're gonna do health food subsidies. Look at that. That's how you get rid of the obesity. Actually increases poor earnings as well. And we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna do enterprise investment scheme. Socialism makes them angry. It helps GDP quite a lot. Oh, it makes the capitalists happy too. A rare thing. So apply changes. Do we have anyone trying to kill me right now? Nope. My approval rating is outstanding. 97%. Doing really good. We have quite a bit of political capital left. The only thing that's holding me back right now is not completely eating up my surplus, because we're trying to remove that debt slowly but surely. Organic farming subsidy. I think this might help with the obesity as well. Yes, it does directly. Nice. It increases farmer membership, makes capitalists angry, so that's going to makes environmentalists happy. Improves health. So this is going to completely negate the positive effect from capitalists we had from the last one we had, and farmer membership is going to increase significantly. Let's apply these changes. We'll max that out. And we're going to go on to the next turn. We're nearing the end of my term here. Next quarter. Achievement unlocked. Poverty eradicated. Nobody cheers as loud for you as those people you have raised out of poverty. In your triumphant mission to rid the curse of poverty from our country. Well done. Look at that, it's super low. So speed limits. We've moved on since the times of when men walked with red flags in front of motor cars. The national speed limits are stupidly low, and the limits are widely ignored. We cannot enforce them effectively, and we need new sensible values, and we cannot change. They exist for a reason. Enough people die on our roads as it is, and speed is often a factor in the survivability of car accidents. I don't believe raising the speed limit would encourage more dangerous driving, and it's almost 2025, and we have self-driving cars and anti-gravity and stuff, so I think we need to raise the speed limits. Things are going pretty well. Let's see what our surplus is. Oh, it went down a little bit. This gap is narrowing here. And of course our debt is still falling. We can look at our debt interest. 2.7 billion. The global economy is still falling as well. If that would boost back up, that would be great. That could allow me to do a lot more. But we're going to take a look here at the obesity epidemic, which is dropping rapidly. Health food subsidies should wipe that off the map. We can look at public services, stem cell research. A huge boost in health. It says because stem cells are taken from discarded human embryos. That sounds sick. Discarded human embryos. Discarded babies. So, pro-life religion. So I believe you can get stem cells nowadays without having to do that. and, you know, to the point of good research and things, but considering that this research says it's based off of that, I'm not going to go for it. School vouchers, healthcare vouchers. Food Standard Agency. It's cheap to do. Farmers will not like it, but public health is improved. And I did just increase the amount of farmers quite a bit. So let's look at some law and order. The death penalty. You can make the country pretty horrible, huh? Oh, this would be nice. Only 200 million. And we have a huge liberal population. It'd probably be bad with the conservatives. But and that's what, 55 political capital to biofuel subsidies. So where was that? 200 million, not too expensive. Oh, and we could hold that. So I'm going to skip. I don't want to enact anything else because I'm trying to hold on to that surplus. Even though we're going to waste some political capital. We're going to go over here to law and order. Where was it? Electronic direct democracy. Or we can do secret courts. Media censorship. Torture. You could make a very interesting country in this game. Tasers, speed cameras. let's make racial profiling part of our program. So we're gonna put this in. So remove state employees as well as state employee membership. Makes us happier. Retired, not so much. Youth and liberal, and everyone positive. So it removes their membership, but it doesn't seem to have a bad effect on unemployment. So we are going to max that out. So here we go, next turn. Let's see if we can hold on to that surplus. Oh, it was the election. Start count. Last we looked, we had around a 98% approval rating. So I think we're going to crush. Look at that. Activist turnout boost 100%. We are absolutely crushing the opposition. I mean, we even kept the number of non-voters low. We have a popular government. So we're now in our third term. Unfortunately, unemployment did go up. For whatever reason. So we could safeguard oil supplies. Send the troops. So representatives from oil companies basically want to use our country's military as mercenaries to help increase their profits. And I think we're gonna not do that. You know, there's really, I don't think I don't think a company's profits is a justifiable reason for a country to deploy its, you know, volunteer military. Our surplus is pretty small. Let's take a look at the charts. The global economy is still tanking pretty hard and our debt is still high. I wish I had worked on that a little more earlier, but I think, you know, held off a little bit on some of the programs and things, but having a space program is really cool. Just trying to see if there's anything else we can really, you know, eke out some more dollars. This would be nice, I think. We're going to try and implement that. We might have to remove it. Free bus passes. So bus lanes. So it's costly. It seems like it makes motorists unhappy, but will reduce congestion. There's also the biofuel subsidies. There's a lot of things. Mars program. Ooh. Can't afford that right at the moment. Well, we're just going to go to the next turn. There's a lot. Obesity is now at an end. Outstanding. The DNA database. So should we allow to have a DNA database to allow criminal checking? So, or it is a fundamental breach of human rights. So basically this is a database of everyone, not just those suspected of a crime or gathered from crime scenes. And you can force them to do it or or face jail, we'll take it anyway. So I think I will prevent the database because the way it is framed is quite negative. GDP still dropping, unfortunately. Let's see what some of the negative modifiers are. The carbon tax, global economy is huge. Food price crisis is still in effect, perhaps forever, but it is near 2025. We are doing well. We have 65 political capital. Our advisors are doing great. We can pretty much pick anything we want right now. It's just a question of money. Car tax. Let's look at this. Let's see what this does. So car usage, middle earnings, motorists, environmentalists, and farmers. Makes a lot of people unhappy. Does reduce car usage and bring in almost 4 billion at the middle. Makes a lot of people unhappy though. I'm gonna bring it down to 3. And I may get rid of it. But we're gonna see how that goes for the moment. Let's see. Free bus passes. Nah, it's too expensive right now. I want to keep this surplus, so I'm gonna be rolling through some political capital. Ooh, corrupt socialist. Capitalism and socialism negative. Unemployment is going up, which is unfortunate. That's due to the high GDP. Our surplus is here. We're just gonna click through a few turns, I think. Whaling. We're gonna keep the ban in place. No need to kill intelligent creatures for basically absolutely no reason. We don't need to eat them. We don't need their oil. And it's kind of ridiculous. I wish I could somehow boost the income for a short period of time without wrecking everything. Or I could just start a Mars program and not have any income. Could be cool too. This would bring in nothing. Increase poverty a lot. Most likely. I mean, there's not a whole lot else that I want to put into effect. You know, I mean, people like me so much I don't have to worry about being assassinated. Perhaps limit or ban cars in cities. It's cheap. Greatly help fighting in air pollution. Increase use of public transportation. It might look a little extreme to ban cars altogether, but it's still better than to breathe in all that poison. The car usage drops. Motorists hate me. Environmentalists love me, but the motorist membership also drops. And that reduces congestion, which improves the GDP. So I have one group which will be much less happy with me, but their membership will also significantly decline. So we'll apply that. And I think, where is it? If they get too negative, we can actually moderate that out a little bit. We'll go next turn. It's really just wanting to get our debt down. Positive discrimination. This is a deeply flawed law. It makes no sense to fight discrimination by using discrimination. But removes the merit of achievement and creates resentment of those denied due to this positive discrimination. So, in some sense, if a race or a demographic of society has been discriminated against for a very long time, they do not, you know, just from their history of their family, their parents, their education, you know, it does make it more difficult for them to succeed than someone who, you know, like a very rich person is going to have a very better education as opposed to someone who is very poor. So to kind of even the playing field for a while could be good. But of course, and I think This is kind of difficult, but I think there is a lot of discrimination, and I think this doesn't create, let me think about how to say this. This doesn't create a negative effect. I think this neutralizes the discrimination that exists. And the discrimination that exists is probably something that may never go away. But we're going to accept that. The motorists are hating me now. I'll have a good surplus. I want this global economy to boost back up. I'm going to let that political capital roll out. Refugee crisis again, unfortunately. The world is in a bad place. These guys are super happy. The whole country is like membership. Percentage of population, 95% is ethnic minorities. Wow. So I guess there's a lot of different minorities, otherwise they wouldn't be minorities. Because the entire country is minorities. That's kind of silly. So, let's take a look at some of our options. I want a Mars program. I do. I'm kind of looking into this. This might be good for the GDP. This bad for international relations. We're gonna hold off on that though. That's grants. Of course, government grants can change the way the economy runs and business and all that kind of stuff. There's no problems. I mean, we're just kind of cruising through here, doing all right. Third term. People are happy with me. Transport. I'm still curious about the biofuel subsidies. I'm not sure I want to do that due to the effect it will have on food prices. Let's take a look. Oil demand drops. Food price increase. Farmer membership increase. As well as motorists, farmer, environmentalists are happier with us. Oil demand drops. I'll leave that there where the recommended. I'll keep that. I mean, things are going well, you know. You don't want to change a bad thing. So we have software patents. Allow software patents or reject software patents. So if we allow them, it basically takes away the investments of our country. It sounds like it'll hurt our GDP. Or they can use to be stifle competition and innovation. And you can see in today's world, they do stifle competition and innovation. And there's people who literally make a living off of buying patents and suing others for them. Like literally. That's what they do for income, is just suing people for no reason other than they can get money. Oh nice, unemployment takes a dip. Ah, ban livestock imports. Foot and mouth disease. Ooh. I think we're gonna reject the ban and just keep things, be a little more careful for a while. We're gonna go with that. And we're just keeping moving on, getting our debt lower, which is improving our surplus. Celebrity criticism, youth, negative 0.25, do not care. I should read those quotes, the bottom. If Thomas Edison invented electric light today, Dan Rather would report it on CBS News as a candle-making industry threatened. Oh, it's true. To get another one. Many interviewers, when they come to talk to me, think they're being progressive by not mentioning in their stories any longer that I am black. I tell them, don't stop now. If I shot somebody, you'd mention it. Colin Powell. I wish he had run for president. Let's get one more. If you put the federal government in charge of the Sahara Desert, in 5 years there'd be a shortage of sand. Oh. So how's the global economy doing? Recovering a little bit. Still in the bucket. Uh-oh. Democracy. Smash. Well, I think that's a great place to take a break. Hopefully we saved an autosave there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.